Hi everyone, love, blessings, and happy Sunday to all of you. I wanted to stop in and just give a quick message, and that message being to make the absolute most of your good days. And you all know that I speak from experience, so I come on here today because I've been struggling. I've not been well again. And I'm not going to go into details. Number one, because I don't have answers. I've been struggling for months on and off throughout the year, and I'm just very unwell. I get really, really horribly fatigued, super run down. I just feel like my body is fighting something. And I almost, I feel like I'm sick with no sick symptoms. So I was good for a few weeks, and now we're right back where I fucking started from. But I don't want to convey that frustration to all of you. What I want to convey is the simple thought process of just making sure that you're making the absolute most and the absolute best of every single day that you have. There may be some of you that never have, at this point in your life, dealt with health issues or even sickness. You might be someone who's really healthy and maybe you get a cold once a year and that's it. That's amazing and that's great. Good for you. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Live your life to the fullest. But there are many, many, many people that struggle with health problems, illnesses, getting sick, having a poor immune system. There's a million health problems, so obviously I can't go through all of those, but there are also those that suffer from mental illness, which even though you can't see it, is just as debilitating as a physical health problem. So I want to remind all of you, whether you're healthy or not, to simply make sure that you're making the best of every single day that you have. Every single day. And those days where you're struggling, and I'm going to say this to you guys, and I have a really hard time with this. I can't even say it. I have a very hard time with this. The days when you are really struggling and you are not physically capable or emotionally capable of doing the things that you need to do, know that it is okay to rest. I struggle with that. So I tell you that, but I struggle with that. And again, I'm really honest. I have a really hard time with that because I always have things to get done or things that I really want to do. We all do. We all have chaotic, hectic, busy lives and things that need to be tended to, whether it's making dinner, feeding the dog, taking care of the kids, going grocery shopping, paying the bills. The list goes on and on. There's always a million things to do. But some days those things need to sit and wait. And it's okay if they do, because we must take care of ourselves and what we need in order to feel better. Like that must be top priority. And I struggle with that. I don't like sitting around. I don't like doing nothing. I can't stand a messy house, so if I notice that there's, I don't know, just like today was one of those, I got a million things to do. And I just felt horrible from the moment I woke up, which has been progressing the past few days. So I'm on here right now because I'm having a moment of not feeling entirely horrible. But I have been at it all day, regardless, pushing and pushing, getting laundry done, getting things put away that should have been put away a month ago, cleaning up this, cleaning up that, getting the dining room table cleaned up, getting gifts out, wrapping gifts, and, cleaning the kitchen and getting dinner prepped. Like I have not, other than to wrap gifts, I have not sat all day. And that's okay because normal me doesn't like to sit. I'm constantly moving and doing because that's what makes me happy. I like to be busy. But today has been a serious struggle for me. And it just made me think about everyone else out there who may also be struggling right now with that physical issue or that mental issue or whatever it is that is affecting your health that makes you have to sit back and do nothing sometimes. And sometimes that turns into hours, and sometimes those hours turn into days. I get it. Unfortunately, I get it. I can relate. But if it's something you can push through, do it. If you feel like, you know what, I really want to get this, and this done today, and I think if I just push myself, I can, then make it happen. Because there's going to be those days that you can't at all. There's going to be those days that are so debilitating on your health that you cannot. And like I said, if you're like me, you hate sitting and you hate watching things just be a mess, and you want to do things and you want to get things done. And I was perfectly okay with not leaving my house today because I have a million things to get done in the house. And I love days where I just go from the time I get up till the time I go to bed, getting things done, because then I feel so good and so accomplished. And today has just been a struggle. So first of all, know that you're not alone. If you are suffering from any sort of a health problem, condition, illness, physical, mental, whatever it may be, you're not alone. You are not alone. And some days you just have to be, most days, you have to be your own personal warrior, your own personal cheerleader, to push yourself enough to say, fuck the pain I have today. Or who cares about this mental issue I'm struggling with today? I am going to push through. I am going to push myself. I'm going to accomplish things because they'll make me feel better in the long run. It's tough. It's tough. And of course, the holidays, which we've chatted about a lot lately, just make things crazier because now not only do we have everything else that needs to get done, now we've got decorating and gift buying and gift wrapping, and the list goes on and on. But please make sure that you are making the absolute most of every day. And for those of you that are going through physical or mental health issues that you just don't feel well, on the days that you do, take advantage of them. And you know what? If you are really struggling health-wise and you're really not feeling well, and you wake up one day and you're feeling really good, maybe say, who cares about the dishes and the vacuuming? And go do something that you've been wanting to do, that you've been putting off because you don't feel up to it. It's okay to sometimes let those chores and things go. And I would never be one to say that years ago. Because like I said, a messy anything makes me nuts. But sometimes those days where we really feel good and we've been struggling for weeks or months or whatever the case may be, then you just need to pick up and leave. Go do whatever it is you've been putting off because you haven't felt up to it. Because that too is extremely important, and that ties back in with the self-care that we always talk about. But for those of you who are not feeling well, on the days that you do feel good, please, please make sure that you are making the most of those days. And whether it is doing the chores or catching up on things or getting out of the house and going to do something that you love, just do it. Do it. So that is today's little words of wisdom, the thoughts that are rolling around in my head, because I know that I'm not alone in this. I know I'm not the only one that got up today and said, oh my God, I feel like shit. I can't do this. I know that. I know that there are plenty of you that are going to watch this that may have woke up feeling the same way today. I don't feel good. I can't do this. And some days it is really hard. But if we move our mindset from I can't to I can, it makes all the difference in the world. And I have videos to share with you guys. I posted earlier today, and I said that I had a visitor today. And that visitor really, really pushed and taught me. The message of today from this visitor was perseverance. And that is what got me moving. So I'll share those videos in a little bit, but I had a hawk that was here this morning. And hawks are a spirit animal. They're very spiritual for me. They're always around. There's just always messages to be given. But the one that was here today, that message and the message from Spirit, when I got up this morning with my thought of, I can't do this today, that hawk taught me perseverance. And that got me in the right mindset and really got me thinking. And then I started my morning with my cup of coffee, but instead of sitting down to watch TV where I was going to get sucked in and sink into that couch and probably feel like I wasn't going to get up, I threw on my meditation music because it brings me peace. I did not take forever to drink that cup of coffee. I drank it and I got off the couch and I started moving. I started cleaning things up. I started working on things I wanted to. Eventually I got a shower, threw on clean clothes because we all need to take care of ourselves that way too. And then I just kept going. And here I am at what time? I don't even know what time it is. I'm having, like I said, I'm having a moment where I'm not feeling horrible. And it just made me think of everyone else that's probably out there in this same boat as me today on many days. So that's the message. Make the most of every single day that you have. Do what you want to do, even if it's adulting. So like I said, today was getting things organized in the house and cleaned up and put away. And, you know, but for me, days like that make me really, really happy. So just make sure you're doing the things that you want to do. And of course, the things that you need to do so that they're not piling up. But take advantage of every day, but those days for you out there who is also struggling from health issues and not feeling well, make the most. Make the absolute most of every day that you do feel good. Even if it's 1 hour out of that day that you actually feel decent, get up and get something accomplished, no matter what it is. Because that is also going to help your mental health. Self-love, self-care, I preach it all the time. Sometimes just cleaning the house is self-love and self-care, right? It is. It is. So make the most of every day, everyone. Love, blessings, peace, positive energy to every single one of you out there. I hope all of you are absolutely amazingly well, and I wish you all the best.